Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our webinar titled Unlocking Your Child's Academic Success. I think in general, that's quite a topic and something that every parent and teacher wants to be able to achieve. My name is Sean Swartz. I am the CEO of learnalot.com and SK Education Solutions. This afternoon, we are live on YouTube, and we have made the comments facility available for you to post questions. So please feel free to type your comments and questions in the comments facility. We will be monitoring these questions, and we will try our best to ensure our experts answer all your questions at the end of the presentation. I'm really excited to talk to you about proven ways to improve student success. And teaching your children to become proficient and skilled readers and critical thinking experts is what it's all about. The secret is critical thinking skills. Critical thinking, as a definition, is the analysis of available facts, evidence, observations, and arguments in order to form a judgment. Now, why is critical thinking so important? So in the past, 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, remembering facts and being able to just state them parrot fashion was what it was all about. And there was no emphasis whatsoever on thinking, on critical thinking skills. It was all about what you can remember. And in these days, there's absolutely no point to forcing kids to remember thousands and thousands of facts. Why? Because it's really simple. Google can tell you everything by just typing in the question immediately. In fact, these days, you don't even need Google to tell you what it is. You can, in fact, just ask a question to ChatGPT, and you will get the information that you're looking for. And so to survive in the 21st century, critical thinking for kids is the most important thing. And so if we want to teach our kids how to think, well, we need to do the following. We need to, number one, go beyond what, because what is just regurgitating information, and ask how and why. The second thing we need to do is to follow it up, to follow up those how and why questions with, how do you know this type of information? We also need to prompt them to think about their perspective and how their perspective may differ from others. And finally, we need to ask them to solve the problem. So it's actually quite a difficult thing sometimes to fully comprehend what these critical thinking skills are all about. And so I've just put together a little bit of an example to try and illustrate what critical thinking is and how it needs to be applied. So let's just say, for example, that your child has an assignment due for school, and what they need to do is they need to do research regarding a current event or some specific issue that impacts their community. And the child goes onto social media, and they see a whole bunch of people talking about a new petrol station that is busy being built in their neighborhood. So we need to look at it from two different perspectives. Some people will be extremely excited because it will be very convenient and accessible with a quick shop and everything else that you need. However, on the other hand, there'll be others that are going to be very concerned about the environmental impact and effects on property values and everything else relating to the neighborhood. So this is where critical thinking comes in. Instead of the child simply accepting one side, saying, well, you know what, convenience is what I'm after, so that's that. Instead of that, you need to take time to gather all information and consider multiple perspectives. That's what critical thinking is. So how do we do that? So first and foremost, you would need to research the environmental regulations and the laws in your area, as well as any studies on the impact of petrol stations on property values. You could find credible sources that explain the potential risks and benefits of a new petrol station. Secondly, you would then survey residents in the neighborhood and try to understand their specific concerns and opinions. You can ask questions, something like, how would you feel if this petrol station is built? And what do you think the effects will be on our community? Now, using both the research and the survey results, you can then weigh the pros and cons of the petrol station and come to a conclusion that is supported by both evidence and logical reasoning. Maybe you decide that while the convenience of the petrol station is nice and good to have, but the negative impact on the environment and the property just outweighs all those benefits. So through this process, you will have developed multiple critical thinking skills. Number one, you will have developed research skills. You need to seek out credible sources of information to inform your decision-making down the line. The second skill, analysis. You've got to examine the different viewpoints and evidence to understand the issue at hand. We then need to evaluate. We need to weigh the pros and cons of each opinion and make an informed decision. And so by applying these critical thinking skills, you are able to make a better decision that's well-informed, logical, and takes into account multiple perspectives. Now, in order to become really good at critical thinking skills, you need to practice and practice. And that is what it's all about. You can't just switch it on. Now, in order to gain these critical thinking skills, all these skills that I spoke to you about, reading is the top priority. Reading is key to improving your critical thinking skills. And just by the way, all curricula in South Africa, the IEB, the GDE, the American GED, and Cambridge, all require critical thinking skills. There's no more the requirement to learn so many facts off the heart. And so let's discuss some reading skills. Firstly, it allows you, if you've got the right reading skills, it allows you to engage with ideas and arguments which can help stimulate and develop critical thinking skills, which is so important. The second is logical reasoning. It helps to build the capacity for logical reasoning, problem solving, decision making, and making you more prepared to deal with unfamiliar situations. It also fosters curiosity and encourages individuals to seek out new information. It helps individuals to properly analyze and interpret complex ideas, ask questions, and challenge assumptions. And finally, it can also help you identify biases and fallacies. And so in general, in order to improve your critical thinking skills, we need to work, number one, on reading skills. So, reading skills can be improved, but you need to work on them. And I'm going to talk to you about the use of science of reading to become a proficient and skilled reader. It's not just about telling kids, well, you must read a chapter at night before you go to sleep. So let's discuss the science of reading. So reading skills can be improved by using the science of reading to become proficient and skilled readers. And the first one is phonemic awareness. The awareness of the ability to identify and manipulate individual sounds in spoken words. The second is phonics. Phonics is a method for teaching people how to read when there is a standard alphabet, such as in English. The third is understanding grammar. And why grammar? Well, because grammar can redefine the meaning of a sentence. And to me, the most important is the comprehension strategies that you need to develop in order to improve your reading skills. Also, reading silently is incredibly important. It allows you also to read faster. And so being fluent in silent reading is very, very important. And the practice of that comes with the science of reading that we teach. And finally, by reading, you improve your vocabulary, and that in itself helps you improve your reading and your critical thinking skills. We are live, just a reminder, we are live on YouTube. We've made the comments facility available for you to post questions. So feel free to type your questions in the comments facility. We will monitor the questions and we'll try our best to answer them. So everything that I've discussed up to now is all about reading skills. And how do we improve those reading skills? Well, we love to use a product called MindLearn. It's an international product. And believe it or not, MindPlay has taught over 7 million students to read with proven results. So it is an unbelievable product, which I highly recommend. So let's just discuss a little bit about MindPlay. Firstly, all of its instruction is scientifically based on Orton Gillingham's structured literacy approach. If anyone knows about that, the learning content is created by experts in speech and reading instruction. And we are standards aligned, and all lessons are delivered by certified speech pathologists. So let's just discuss the proven success from MindPlay with a diverse set of students, and we have a diverse set. As I said, there are millions of students that we have proven it with. So the first thing is on-level readers. What does that mean? It means that with consistent use of our product, your child and students in class can enhance their vocabulary, they can improve their reading comprehension, and increase their fluency. For English language learners with some basic language skills, English skills, can also make great headway with mind play reading. Why? Because we have speech pathologists right on the screen helping students with phonics. Our students learn to read in a supported environment that allows them to build a foundation for success. Skills gaps? Well, our system is adaptive. What does that mean? Our adaptive technology firstly assesses every single student, and based on that assessment, it determines their specific strengths and weaknesses. And it then creates a customized learning plan. So every single student gets a completely different learning plan within MindPlay. The students can then learn only what they need. They don't need specific things that they've already learned. We don't need to give that to them. What they're good at, we don't need to worry about. They can learn only what they need so that they can stay engaged and can gain mastery. Intervention. We have obviously many students that struggle. So struggling readers find empowerment with MindPlay reading. Why? Because we deliver the right support and lessons to help them stay engaged and motivated, allowing them to build skills and confidence. And special education. Well, initially, MindPlay was developed to meet the needs of students with severe reading challenges. Our program has specific targeted exercises and lessons to help students that struggle to read. So that's why we believe that MindPlay is proven and can really help any student at any level improve their reading skills, which guaranteed will also automatically improve the critical thinking skills, which are highly, highly needed and important for any curriculum in South Africa and worldwide. So how does it actually work? So let's just understand it briefly. What happens is, as you switch on the system, as you switch on the MindPlay course, the first thing it does is it does an assessment to fully understand at what level your child is at right now. And based on that, it will develop the individualized learning plan or syllabus that they need to go through in order to help them improve and advance through the whole course. There are real-time reports that are available to teachers and to you as parents at any point in time, and that allows you to address any issues that get identified. And then from there, it's all about achieving success, improving reading skills, and it really, really does improve reading speed, reading comprehension, analysis, and everything else that goes with the MindPlay course. So you might say, like, why does it work? Number one, firstly, it's appropriate for all ages. Our online reading program is completely self-paced. We obviously recommend that children spend at least 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week, working through the course, because it's all about, it's similar to gym. Just like you would normally go to gym and you'll get fit running on the treadmill or picking up weights. The first time you go, you'll feel exhausted and you'll feel you've had a good workout, but only going once doesn't help you improve. You need to go daily or on a regular basis to improve your strength and your fitness. And so the exact same thing goes for the brain. You have to, on a regular basis, practice. And so we highly recommend using the system 4 to 5 times a week, 30 minutes at a time, and on a regular basis. You can, without a doubt, improve your reading speed, comprehension, fluency, and everything else. It's easy for students to use. It's really a simple product. It's all web-based. You don't have to install any software on your computer. You can simply just log into MindPlay and use the product. And it provides assessment-driven instruction. What does that mean? Well, it does an assessment to begin with. It then identifies what students are weak at, and it generates the instruction and the learning material around that student. So it's an individualized learning plan, and that in itself helps students achieve their mastery in reading. So I want to discuss and answer any questions that we may have now. And if you have any further questions, you're more than welcome to contact us on 011-728-0212. You can email us on info@edsol.co.za. Our main website is edsol.co.za. Our marketplace is Learn-A-Lot. That is where you could actually buy the course, learnalot.com. So, let's just discuss a little bit more. Lindsay, have you received any questions by email or WhatsApp or through the chat facility? Do you have any other questions?
Hi, we've got no questions now. I'm sure you spoke about it, and I just wanted to check in terms of duration of the MindPlay course. How long should students expect it to take?
Okay, so it really depends how much they study and how regularly they study. It can really take a student from, let's say they're currently at a grade 8 reading level. Within 20 hours of doing the course, it will be able to push them up an entire level to a grade 9 level, or whichever other grade it is. It's really designed to be self-paced. Students can study the course at their own pace, and it really depends. It can take a couple of months, it can take 6 months, 9 months. It really depends how long you spend doing it and how you can improve. I'm going to share on the chat a link that we have available for the course. If you want to read more information about the course, you can read up about the course on this link over here. And what I would like to do is quickly share a video that MindPlay themselves have developed so that you can just get a better feel for what MindPlay is all about.
Welcome to MindPlay Virtual Reading Course, the quickest and most effective way to increase your reading level and reach all your goals quicker. Everything you do is easier when you read better. Good reading skills will help you learn every subject and answer all kinds of questions, even math. After all, you need to be able to read about math to learn it. We always suggest that our students start out by improving their reading skills. MindPlay is the easiest way to get ahead in everything you do. Here's how it works. First, MindPlay will check your reading skills. How well do you understand what you read? How quickly and easily do you read? What's your word knowledge? And what's your spelling knowledge? It might seem like you're taking a lot of tests when you first start your virtual reading course, but everything in the program is designed just for you, so that you learn as fast as possible. MindPlay looks at exactly how you do on every exercise and makes sure you understand each piece of knowledge before you go on. That's how you improve your reading. Just take one question at a time. Stick with it, and it will make all your learning easier. Now, because the MindPlay virtual reading course is completely personalized and only responds to how you answer, it's important to do your best and try every exercise. If you're tired or frustrated, take a break and come back later. Don't put in wrong answers without trying to get the questions correct. If you do, you'll get lessons that aren't right for you. I know, improving your reading is a lot of work, but MindPlay isn't hard. Everything moves at your level. Just spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and your reading will improve faster than you thought possible. That means you'll achieve your goals faster and easier. Are you ready to learn what to expect?
So that is a video just to explain what MindPlay is all about. On that link that I did provide, you can see more information about the course. Here is the link. You can see that the cost of the course is R1,000 plus VAT. It's available for a 12-month period, so you can use it as many times as you want over an entire year, and it's a once-off payment. There are no monthly payments for this, and I highly recommend the course. I've done it with my own children, and we have seen an improvement in their reading skills and comprehension skills, and the speed that they read as well, by just using this course. And so overall, critical thinking skills is incredibly important. It's probably one of the hardest things for kids to grasp, because it's not something that you can simply just give them. It's something that they need to practice. And that's why I actually went through that example, because often people don't even understand what it means to think critically. And so in order to improve those critical thinking skills, the base knowledge is all about reading. And so I hope that you've found this webinar instructive and helpful. And if you do have any further questions, feel free to contact us. We will be emailing everybody that registered for the webinar with all the details that we have shared in this webinar. We'll send it through by email over the next day or two, together with a link to the course if you would like to purchase it. And if you do have any other questions, please feel free at any time to contact us. Thank you for joining us. Just briefly, I do see the licensing of the course, how is it structured? I think I did cover that. Essentially, it's a once-off fee. It's a per student fee, and it's valid for 12 months. So have a wonderful afternoon, everybody, and we will see you shortly in our next webinar. Thank you.